Back again, back again for another, what I hope is informative information and video. So, check it out. Yesterday night, I made a video, and in this video, I said some stuff that I'm going to repeat today, and I'm going to keep on repeating it. So, I feel like, you know, I'm tired of saying it. I'm going to keep on repeating it. Last night, I did a video showing that this Sonya Massey stuff is being used to manipulate us because they're not showing us the true footage of what the incident was. I still see people talking about it as if this woman was innocent, and I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm sorry she died in the process, but at the same time, she was predatorily trying to harm these people. These people being the officers that showed up to her apartment to do a do a call response. So yeah, I'm not gonna take it back. I'm not gonna take it back. The more people keep on putting this stuff out, talking about Sonya Massey should be alive. Yes, she should be alive. They ain't say shit about this lady's mental health. They ain't say nothing about how she targeted the police, which I think she did based off the way she was acting and based off her actions before she was shot. And I'm just gonna say it, man. We need to stop freaking publicizing stuff that we don't know what the hell happened. We don't do a good analysis of anything. And ain't none of these people that's putting this information out about these cops and what happened to Sonya Massey is going to change their statement. Even if the information and the evidence shows that this lady purposely called the police and tried to harm these police officers purposely. And if they wouldn't have acted, they would have been the victims of a violent crime. So I can't do nothing but tell the truth as it comes. Now I looked at these videos and I seen how they cherry picked between the officer that was accused of killing this lady and his partner's videos. And they lied and said that man, his video was not on, when that was a total lie. That man's video was on. They just didn't want to show it because if they show it, then it was going to show that the entire story was about someone that needed help mentally and was refusing to seek it and turn their aggression towards police. I'm not saying this happens all the time. What I'm saying is that it did in that case. There's something called suicide by cop, and people been practicing this since law enforcement existed. And in this case, that was the case. So I know people ain't gonna like it, but that doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. And we need to stop letting these civil rights activists control us and use information and videos like this biasly against people that are just doing their job. Now, on all the other cases, we need to take a closer look at the evidence before we get out here and start saying this stuff about people. These cameras that these cops wear are theirs for a reason. Now, a couple days ago, there was a veteran who got killed by the police. And I ain't hear nobody talk about how this man should have not been killed, and how the cops messed up, how they killed him wrong and all that stuff. But it happened. And then come to find out, this man as well provoked the law enforcement officers to do this. It was uncalled for. That man should have took the advice of the officers and went peacefully. It wouldn't have led to his death. It would have been an inconvenience for him to go down to the station and be booked. Yes, an inconvenience. Probably, a little bit of traumatizing. But he would still be alive. Now this gentleman who got killed died in front of his kids and his girlfriend that he was having an altercation with, or his wife. Don't know which one. But the thing is, we don't get in up in arms about stuff like that. We just let it go through the news. We need to stop cherry picking what these people are doing, and we need to start paying attention to society in a whole and recognizing when people have these mental instabilities, because a lot of people have them. A lot of people have mental instabilities, and they are causing these reactions by the public. And man, this shit is only going to get worse because we refuse to look at what's going on, how these people are getting this stuff, how this is happening. And I've been saying this for a while now. But see, when you got a low platform, you don't really have a say. And all these other jokers around here with these giant platforms making these videos trying to single out people because what they do, these guys are a joke. And the public is allowing these people to prosper off of these lies. See, every incident that occurs should be looked at individually and evaluated by competent people. All the rest of this shit, it shouldn't even come into play. And I've been hearing people talk about Sonia Massey for the past 3 weeks, and ain't nobody freaking thought to bring up the other video from a different angle to see what actually occurred. I took the liberty last night to do that, and I'm going to take the liberty today. I scheduled it live for around 4 o'clock. If something comes up, I might have to push it back again. But I'm going to replay that video. If you don't believe what I'm talking about, go on the YouTube channel, Police Activity, and take a look at the opposite end of that video from the officer that was being accused of murder. And you don't tell me what you see. If you can't see it in the normal playthrough, check it out in the slow-mo version. Slow it down, slow the video down, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. That lady took that pot off the flaming hot fire. It was boiling. It was boiling before the officers got there. And that's what lets me know she lured them in the house, acting all unstable, talking about some she got paperwork. She lured them in the house, in order to throw that water on these guys. If not, she would have just poured that water in the sink or left it on the counter. She purposely put that water on the counter, left it there. When the officer got closer to her, she can hear him talking because he was telling her at the same time, leave the pot, leave the pot. As he got close, she reached up, purposely grabbed the water, put it above her head to try and throw it on that guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm to the point right now where I can't sympathize with people that are just doing this stuff on purpose. If you ain't know all the facts about the case, you shouldn't have never made videos, slandered that man when you knew that there was other video out there to show what happened to this cat. See, you should have just left it alone. See, because I talk to people too as well. And when I try to say that we need to investigate further, I get the shit. So now I'm on it, and I'm going to give my input and show that the whole time this story is being put out, and these guys coming on there with their sad stories talking about this lady got kids and all that stuff, and her family got to go clean up and all that. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that has to happen to them people because of the bad behavior of somebody in their family, and that's the case. The bad behavior, because none of that shit should have even happened, and when it did, we shouldn't have had nothing to do with it. See, but no, this is how they utilize social media and us as a people to do their bad deeds for them. Now you got people out there protesting and marching, talking about this. The police need to be this and need to be that, and then it is white supremacy and all that stuff. But you ain't got nobody out there trying to tell the truth and show what actually happened to this lady. But it's gonna come out because that's what it does. It happens every time. And this is a prime example of why you should look before you leap into social media when you're dealing with people, man. Because people do not have the truth in mind when they're making these videos, doing these interviews, and all of that stuff. They don't care about the consequences of what's going to happen when they put out misinformation on purpose. They don't care about that. And then we take up the mantle and follow them and give them support. When the truth come out, really, what you do, you would think that people would go back and retract their statements, and they would say, hey, man, that's not a good thing. But no, they don't do that. They don't retract their statements. They run with it, and they just let that shit linger. Everybody that made a video about that man and put out all his information, they should go back and make a video and show from his point of view what actually happened. Because if any of us was in that situation with somebody trying to throw boiling hot water on you for no goddamn reason now, you would have did the same thing. You would have did this very same thing, regardless of your job or whatever. That shit could have messed that man up, and he knew it. So I'm not taking any of this stuff back, and I'm doubling down on it. I know this is going to lose popularity with me, but I don't care, man. Because it's a shame that we put this stuff out here like this, and we drive our people to the point of insanity. See, that we drive our people to the point of insanity because we want to go viral and be popular in the black, I guess, the sector. That's some bullshit, man. And we should take advantage of this situation right here to put the word out to people that are making these videos without doing proper investigation, or that want to utilize this stuff for their own gains. Because that's what they do. I look on some of these channels and I see that these people that put out videos and got thousands of views and hundreds of likes, if not thousands of likes, because they pushing a racist rhetoric when they don't have all the proof and all the facts out there. And we should be ashamed of ourselves for jumping the gun and following it without doing proper research ourselves. See, that's the whole difference between holding people accountable, taking their word for shit when they're not trustworthy and they have no accountability. So I just wanted to put that out there before I start my little rant about what I'm talking about today, because I know it's going to be some backlash, you know? And this is the thing too. People be striking each other's pages, man, because they don't care if you have a system set up to where you do business. If everybody struck everybody's page that they didn't like, we wouldn't have no YouTube pages to watch on this bitch. And see, this is what people do. They form these little cliques and they get people together to go and do multiple complaints on people's channels when they don't like what people are putting out, when they just doing the same thing they doing. Now, I don't know who be doing this shit, but I got a good idea who's doing it. But at the same time, why people do shit like this and then turn around and talk shit about snitches and police and stuff when they doing the same thing anonymously? Hypocritical ass stuff. Hypocritical ass shit. They gang up you know, and go and fucking complain on people's pages, get them struck over bullshit just because they giving their opinion on information that's out there. See, we have developed a whole community, if not communities, of simps and suckers because that's what they doing to us. We got a whole community or communities of suckers because we suck up to these people and we let them use us to do shit that we say we're against, but we not really against. We for. YouTube has created a community, if not a whole society, of snitches. And they snitch on the behalf of people that have sore pussies and hurt feelings when they information get called out. Also, they do the same thing to other people, and ain't nobody doing this shit to them. This letting you know right here, man, that YouTube is being weaponized against its own communities. If you have a YouTube channel and you're afraid to put out content because you think your channel is going to get struck, who's striking it, you don't know, look in your own freaking community. They're the ones that's striking it. The same people you socialize with, they go back and report your channel. They know about all the content you make. They know about all the stuff that you're talking about. And you wonder how YouTube find out. It ain't no damn algorithm. It ain't got shit to do with no algorithm. It's the people that's in your chat, that's on your panels, that's reporting you. It's people that you socialize with on the daily. They in the chats that you in. They on the panels that you on. They come back and watch your shit. We think that millions of people have access to our content. Ain't no millions of people. The same people you socialize with are the same people that judge your content. It's just like the shit that they did out here in the civilian in real life. These people created contact tracers to do what? To snitch on each other, to get each other caught up when they don't follow the guidelines and the rules of society. So if you're worried about people getting close to you, you should be. Because it's the same people that are getting close to you that are out here doing this shit. Same people you socialize with, panels you hit to support their channels. They the ones out here that's causing you, as a content creator, not to grow. Because they go behind after they watch your video and report your shit and get you caught up with the YouTube. They get you caught up with the shit. And next thing you know, you on this bitch getting struck. Ain't nothing being said on YouTube that's gonna harm anybody. Nothing. All it is a bunch of lies and shit that people make up. See, because the real information, the true factual information, never get out to the public through YouTube. Never. It'll never hit the light of day. Because it's not because of YouTube, it's because of the content creators. A lie is more popular than the truth, man. And that's a damn shame. Salutes. And you know the hard part about this is that you would hope, because this is me, I hope that people I socialize with and people I hit their panels and I do shit with, I'm not saying any names, but I would hope that they would do the right thing when they get information. But some of us don't do that, man. Some of us get the information and they hide the shit. And then they fucking go back and they hate when you put the information out. And it's crazy, man. Now, my channel got hit multiple times over the past couple weeks. I assume it was some shit that I said that somebody didn't like. And that's cool, man. If you didn't like it, hit the comment section and express yourself. I don't have put no restrictions on comments at all, man. You can say whatever you want. I haven't reported a person yet on what they say to me. You can call me a dumbass, a coot, whatever you want to call me. It don't matter. But to go and secretly try to get somebody's page taken down because they saying something in opposition to what you say, that's not fair play, bro. That's not. And it be these so-called giant channels that do this shit, man. They'll go back and be in the bushes watching your shit and then turn around and go and report you. And what YouTube do, they don't fucking try to investigate. They just shut your shit down. Next thing you know, you up there got a test, some shit that somebody made up about you. It's stupid, bro. And it needs to be the same people that be out there talking about snitches and police and government and shit. And they right on the bandwagon, freaking doing the same thing that they talking about. Some agency is doing. In other words, these people work for the fucking agency. They work for the agencies. So I'm just fed up with it, man. I'm not gonna hold my tongue. I don't care who fucking hearing it. I don't care if this YouTube channel gets shut down too. Because it needs to be said. People need to know that they're being manipulated by the thousands, if not more, by what they see and what they hear. And these people are not putting out accurate information. Now, I did a story right after I said something about Sonya Massey. I did a story about a young man that's in Georgia right now whose family was fighting to have the hospital leave him on life support. And guess what? I ain't hearing nobody talk about it. There's one individual that's not even black that I saw the video on, and he got 370 some thousand views. And out of the 370 some thousand views, I know there's a damn YouTuber out there with a large enough crowd that could put this information out and see if they can help this family out down there. Shit, we gather for less shit, man. We gather for the bullshit. But this young man in a coma, on life support in the hospital, just unplugged him, said ain't nothing they could do for him. And instead of waiting for the family to make other accommodations, they got this young man up in there in the hospital fighting for his life, and his family fighting for his life because they want to shut him off. And they ain't gonna ask the people, and this is just allegedly, ask the people for an organ donation. And see, here we are. We talking about somebody that's dead. All right, that's been dead for a while. And we got a young man that's alive, still alive, hopefully. And his family is fighting for him. And ain't nobody from the so-called black community standing up and saying shit about this. This man's father went to the news, got on social media, all that stuff. And I ain't seen no videos like I seen about Sonya Massey going on about this kid that's being abused and taken advantage of by the system. And I think that's messed up. See? Because we don't pay attention to shit that needs attention paid to. We want to pay attention to the bullshit. Now, the Sonya Massey case, yes, I feel bad for that lady. But at the same time, the evidence shows that lady caused that incident to happen. Look at the footage. Since everybody want to play the footage from that one officer's chest camera, look at the footage of the person that actually pulled the trigger. I don't know why this shit ain't came out yet. Over on police activity, right? They got over 1 million people that watched that video. Over 1 million, almost 2 million people. 1.7 million people watched that video. And look, ain't nobody made a video of the contrary. Either they scared or they just don't give a damn. Because they should have put that information out, because that's a good video for people to learn from about mental health and instability. All the people that I hear talking about mental health, talking about how black people are suffering or in suffrage, where y'all at? Why y'all ain't put the video out to show that lady had mental health problems and she lured them cops into her house in order to harm them, and that's the results of it? No, they don't do that. They want the cryptic shit that get people riled up to have them out here doing crazy shit to the public, like they have all the time. Now, we got people out here in these communities that they pillage and rob and loot and destroy, that's suffering even to this day. From the George Floyds, from all this other shit. We got people suffering. Black people, they can't get out and travel and go to stores outside their community. And now the stores won't even come back to the communities. You think the people that did that shit care? Hell no, they don't care. They get on a plane or on a bus, or on a fucking Uber or however they get there, and they leave town and go back to where they live, where it's peaceful, and they just tore up all these people's shit over there and left them to suffer and fend for themselves. And now the stores don't even want to come back to the communities, don't even want to support this stuff. And the elderly people in these communities depend on them stores, depend on them for them damn groceries. I don't give a damn if it is GMO. They still gotta fucking live. And see, this is the problem we have, man. We got a bunch of liars in the black community that don't want to stand up for what's right and do what's right. That'll get on TV. I watched a lawyer get on TV and say that this lady was doing what she called for help. If you call for help, you should have already knew that the police was gonna come to your house and ask you to supply identification. That's mandatory. That's what they gotta do. They gotta come and ask you who was the person that called, just in case they gotta come back and engage you again later on. That's not to get you trapped. I don't know why the hell people think that giving their information to a police officer when they already can find out your information if they do a little bit of freaking homework, which is dumb on their fucking behalf. They should already know who they talking to. All the information is in the system. All they got to do is pull it up. But no, they feel like they got to come and engage you and shit, which is stupid. I don't know why we keep on going through this shit. But at the same time, she knew that these police officers were going to come to her house and engage her. So instead of her giving them what they want at the door, like a person that knows how to deal with the police, she pulled them into her house. Now, I know y'all saying she didn't pull them into her house, but still, at the same time, why not just give these people your information and move the fuck on? Nah, bring them into your house, get them going through this verbal rigmarole, talking about papers and all that stuff, and then try to spring on them the trap. Because, see, this is how mental instability is. It's unstable, man. And that woman was unstable from the start. When you look at that footage of what that lady tried to do from the angle that the police officer that pulled the trigger, if you look at his video, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. That man had no choice but to do what he did. And on the other hand, we got this young man, I'm not going to say star football player, but still football player for one of the major universities, is in a coma, fighting for his life, and his family got to fight with the hospital in order to keep him alive so they can transfer him. Look at the video I did last night if you're wondering what I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about it again today at 4 o'clock when I do my live stream. So if you want to hear the story and watch the video that I'm talking about, stay tuned. 4 o'clock, I'm going to be doing that video, and I'm also going to talk about the same shit I'm talking about right now because it needs to be beat in our heads. The shit that's going on. You would think that all the years that we dealt with Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and all these other fake-ass civil rights activists, that we would learn the game by now. How they freaking use us to get their clout. To bring us together as a unit to do fuckery. Because that's what it is when you destroy your own community and allow other people from another community to come in and destroy your shit and then just go home after all the smoke and flames and destruction is done. See? And the people that this shit actually matters to, they're not out there doing this stuff. They're not out there doing this stuff. It's just a shame, man. Now these cocksuckers got my channel struck because I said something I ain't supposed to say, I guess, in their community. And they go behind and they do this little secretly shit, this secret snitch shit, because they don't want you saying something that's in opposition to them. Now, I've spoken against a lot of people before, in public and in the private. You know, I've said my opposition things against them, but I've never ran to nobody that's in control of what they talking about, how they talk about it, or what platform they on, and reported them. That is some bullshit. See, that is some bullshit. And they do it anonymously because they cowards. They chicken shits. And they have their little minions do the same thing. See? But they can sit up and critique other people's shit. They can sit up and talk about other people's videos. They can sit up and say, this person's a fool. This person's a liar and all that shit. You know, and among other things. They can say a lot of shit about people. But then they just keep on going like ain't nothing going on. Like nobody's offended about anything they say. Because normal people out there that make content know that everybody ain't gonna agree with them. See? And when you know ain't nobody gonna agree with you, you don't make the content for them. You make it for yourself. And the reason why you making it is because you should have the ability to speak your mind. You should have the same freedoms they have to say what you want, as long as it ain't hurt nobody. But I ain't know telling the truth hurts so many fucking people. I ain't know telling the truth was such a bad thing. But apparently it is, because it's obvious that the black community has been lying to itself all these fucking years, and they still like being lied to today. The new generation that's coming up, don't fall for the same shit that my generation fell for. Don't fall for the same games. Don't fall for this bullshit about you being held back. You got to work 10 times hard. All that stupid shit is garbage. None of that shit is real. Ain't nobody holding you back but you. See? And they sit up talking about some steel sharp as steel. Nigga, steel ain't sharpening steel when you running from the fucking interaction. How steel sharpening steel and niggas can't even come in contact and have any aggressive communications with one another? How is steel sharpening steel? And y'all sit up and talk about motherfuckers, we need to stop talking about this and we need to get out and fight. Ain't none of you motherfuckers on YouTube gonna fucking bust a sweat behind any of the shit y'all talking about. With your fake schools and your fake fucking morals and all that shit. You want to help the community? Help yours. You ain't got to tell nobody about it. You ain't got to say shit about this. What you do with other people. You know why they say shit about it? Because they capping. Huh? They virtue signaling. Nigga, if you helping the youth, if you helping the community, what business is it mine that you doing that? And they so busy showing themselves helping the community rather than the effects of their help on the community. That's bullshit. Ain't nobody doing that nowadays for free. And they afraid to say that. Ain't nobody doing shit for free. And ain't nobody gonna police their own communities and take it upon themselves to fix the problems that we help create in our communities. Ain't nobody gonna do that shit. Because ain't nobody been doing it. See? Everybody wanna see somebody else go up there and do it. I heard a dude on here the other day talking about something. If you want to change the way things is, y'all just need to quit y'all jobs. Nigga, why you still working? Why are you still working? If it's your motto to quit your job to make everything right, why you the only one still working? That's crazy to me. You should be the first one to quit your job. You should be setting the example. See, I quit my job. I'm making it on my own. I'm doing my own thing. Even though he want everybody else out there to do that shit. Man, I swear, we sound so foolish. This is why nobody take us serious. Nobody take us serious. You gonna quit your job to stop what somebody else doing. The only thing you're gonna do by quitting your job is stop what you're doing, nigga. You're gonna stop living. You're gonna stop being able to do YouTubes. That's probably a good thing, because you ain't gonna be able to pay for this shit. And I don't understand how we just allow that type of shit to go out there, but we don't try to push. It took a Mexican guy to make a video about a young black man and his family, black people now, and how they being taken advantage of by the system or by a system. And ain't no black people jumped on board with that shit. None that I know. None that I know. The ones that be talking shit, talking about some black people should do this. Black people is, I'm so ashamed of the black. You know what? Ain't none of these motherfuckers gonna do shit. They sit in their house every day, talk shit like they out there doing it, and they ain't doing nothing. The ones that's out there doing it, they so busy trying to get clout from what they doing that they ain't even telling the truth either. They ain't telling the truth. None of these laws and systems would be in place if it wasn't for black people. And that's the honest God truth. Black people make all of these laws. Black people make all of these systems because black people are running the major parts of the government. That's how it works. It's always been like that. Why you think Kamala Harris is trying so hard to prove that she's black? And she one of the people that's in the committee that's controlling most of the shit. She's on the Congressional Black Caucus. But y'all go sit up here and listen to this Indian lady from India now, not from America, not American Indian, from India, Red Dot India, tell y'all she's black and that she has better ways of dealing with your community. Look at how India dealt with COVID. Look at how they did their people during COVID. Imagine that happening here in America. See? Imagine that happening here in America. Look at it. They still got footage on YouTube of how they was grabbing their citizens, pulling them out, dragging them out the house. Yeah, because they said they was infected. These people in their house now. They in their own damn house. They ain't coughing on nobody. They ain't breathing on nobody. They isolated. They literally had to break into some of these people's houses to get them out of the house. Under the guise of what? Healthcare. That ain't healthcare, nigga. Should call it kill care. Because some of them people was elderly people. Damn near having heart attacks because they were so afraid what was happening. And ain't nobody stood up and said shit. Looked at that shit like it wasn't nothing. But they over here talking about we should do this, we should do that. Man, get the hell out of here. I'll never stand side by side with some of these niggas. Never. Never. Because they ain't about shit. They ain't never been about shit. Half of them are failed con men. Found a new platform to push their cons on. And that's what they doing right now. Some of them are failed preachers. Pushing their rhetoric that they couldn't push on a real congregation. Because when people see them, they can see the lies coming out their fucking mouth. They can see the lies coming out their mouth. Most of these niggas pushing this spirituality shit. Spirituality is a fucking joke. Religion is a fucking joke. All of it's a fucking joke. Christians, man, y'all book ain't talking about no fucking God. It ain't talking about no savior. It's telling you how to save yourself, dumbass. Same thing with the Quran. Same thing with the Torah. Them people over there in Israel, they know exactly what this shit means. And they live in it. They live in it. How you think they able to come over here and influence our shit? Because we all sick and dumb. You ain't got to be dying of no damn disease in order to be sick, man. Motherfuckers is walking around with a mental illness. That's sickness. Been blaming the same people for years and don't even know who these people are. Haven't even tried to investigate where this shit's coming from. Who's pushing it? The same people that was pushing civil rights is the same people right now that's pushing into your government right now. Same people. Y'all worried about the federal government when you should be worrying about the local government. Talking about where my tax dollars is going. Y'all don't even know where your taxes go. Nigga, your taxes ain't going to the federal government. They going to your local federal government. And they do it, it's so crazy. They got one state sending their taxes to another state. And another state sending their taxes to this state. So you can never blame them. It's plausible deniability. Y'all can't even see the shit. So instead of learning how to get your money back through the tax codes, y'all just want to sit back and say, they taking my tax money. They ain't taking shit from y'all. All the money that they giving these damn immigrants that's coming in ain't came from none of you motherfuckers. None of y'all. It ain't coming from no Americans. Black or white. Y'all stupid. This money it's just like a coupon. Or a motherfucking, what they call that shit? When you go to the store and you have it's a coupon. A voucher. They not giving them real cash. They giving them vouchers. And y'all been talking about where our tax dollars going. White people and black people. Ain't all y'all stupid. Your tax dollars ain't going nowhere but to your local government. Your local government is sending it to another state. They washing your money by sending it to another state. And the other states are sending their money to your state. So you want to know how you stop the bullshit? Attack your local government. I'm not saying physically attack them, but do everything in your power to get them removed. Fuck Trump and fuck Kamala. They not gonna do shit for you. Their job is to maintain the borders and to make sure that they cover all America's interests with all other countries. That's their job. Their job ain't to make your gas cheap. That's your local government that's doing that shit. Your local government is the one that controls gas prices, food prices, rent prices, land prices. Every price you can think of where you live at, your local government controls that. It ain't got shit to do with no federal government. But we sit on this bitch and act holier than thou talking about it's the federal government. You see, niggas love enemies that they can't identify. They love enemies that they can't identify. They love saying them people, them motherfuckers did it. The U.S. government, knowing that it's a lot of people in the U.S. government. You can't really pin down who is in charge. I bet if you ask half these people, if not the whole group of them, who's in control of their local government, they wouldn't even fucking be able to tell you. But ask them who controls the federal government. Oh, Biden, Kamala, Trump. Man, it's all a fucking show for you to act like you think you know. Or act like they think they know. It's a shame, man. And I can tell that it's the people that I be going to I be saying shit in their chat. I can tell, man. Who else come to my fucking page? Man, look at me. I got like 3 people in right now in the chat. Well, I just dropped down to 1. But still, who else come over here? The motherfuckers you subscribe to. It ain't no special people out there looking for you, looking for me. It ain't no fucking algorithm that I done fell into that got me. No, man. See, once they report you so much, YouTube will stop your videos from being shown to people. And they would evaluate your videos. And if you say anything out of the ordinary, they gonna shut your shit down. That's been happening to me for a while. See? They're not gonna tell you who's reporting you. And see, snitches love to be anonymous. See, they'll tell all their business on this bitch. They'll show their face, show their dirty ass apartments, all of that shit. They'll show themselves smoking and doing drugs and everything. But see, they're not gonna tell you that they reported you. They ain't gonna tell. They don't come out and say, "Yeah, I reported that nigga." See, because that's snitch behavior. That's what they supposed to be against. That's what they supposed to be against. And I already got an idea of who's doing this shit. I already got an idea. I already had a run-in with them. I already heard them say they doing it to other people too. Snitch ass niggas. I can't believe these guys, man. And here it is. I'm just putting information out. This young man, and I'm talking about making a correction on the community. Because look, when you believe a lie, when you've been lied to, that's demoralizing. That's demoralization, nigga. And then when you find out the truth, and the motherfucker that told you the lie still refuses to beg your pardon, that's demoralizing. That's fucking demoralizing, man. It's a shame that we'll tell a lie find out the truth and won't retract the lie. What kind of shit is that? And it's not just black people. This all people. This is all people. It takes another person to come in and say, you lied about this. See, when you could have just saved yourself the trouble, people would respect you more if you came forward and said, you know what, I made a mistake on this. You know, I made a mistake. I need to go ahead and change it. So here's the truth. People will respect you more. But if you up here telling lies and then just let it blow in the wind, the truth come around, you don't say nothing. Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you, especially when it's lives in man, you got other people that make their daily decisions based off of the shit that some of these people say. They put themselves at risk. You got people actually going out here protesting and marching, you know, and doing shit because of what they hear on this platform. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm just tired of this shit. I'm coming out. I'm going to say that shit. I don't believe none of this shit that happens in my community or to my people until it's proven. No more. I'm not believing no more of this shit. So I'm sorry if your kid or your loved one gets killed. Same shit that ever happens to me. I'm not believing none of this shit until I see all the evidence and it has come to the light what happened. And if it happened the way that people say it happens, then so be it. The motherfucker's wrong. But if it don't, you got to be man or woman enough to step up and say, hey, right is right, wrong is wrong. See? Right is right, wrong is wrong. And stand on it. People be up here saying shit, man, and don't have no substance behind it. Just putting it out. Just putting it out. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Shouts out to those that showed up to listen to me rant about this shit. I'm going to do another live tonight around about 4. Something come up, I'm going to have to push it back a little bit more. You know, but still, man, we got to wake up. It's a growing pain that we're going through. And we've been going through this growing pain for years, man. And we ain't never matured from it. We ain't never matured from it. Our grandparents went through this. Our parents went through this. We going through this. We need to save the next generation from going through this dumb shit, man, because they leaning towards this shit right now. Why do you think so many of them right now that's out there murdering each other is young? They ain't got no guidance. They looking at their own community to guide them. They looking at their own youth, their own freaking age group to guide them. When I was that age, nobody in my age group could tell me shit. If I wasn't hearing it from an elderly person or from an expert, I wasn't listening to none of that shit my friends were saying. Because them niggas was out there doing just as bad as I was. But nowadays, it's like the kids will listen to their own age group before they listen to anybody else. Huh? Why? Ain't that strange to y'all? They done got rid of all the elderly influence out here in this bitch. Elderly people ain't good for nothing but being cheated and used. That's what they look at us like now. We on the chopping block, y'all. 30s, 40s, 50s. Y'all on the chopping block. These young niggas do not care about y'all the way y'all cared about y'all elderly people. Half cared about it. Because I've seen a lot of us do our elderly people wrong, man. Wrong. Now we in the same position they in, and we wonder why this shit is happening to us. We got to wake up. We got to mature from this shit, man. We ain't maturing from this shit. We ain't turning over no new leaves. We ain't doing anything different than what we saw the other people before us do. That's not how the way it's supposed to be. I look at it like this. If I'm giving some advice, some elderly advice to these young people, I'm going to tell them opposite of what I did. Because you know why? That shit what I did ain't going to work for them. That shit, what I did, ain't gonna work for them. A lot of these kids today, they don't have the benefit of Social Security. It ain't got shit to do with the government. It's because they not participating in it. These kids trying to get a fast dollar right now. They trying to live hot right now. They don't care about the future. They don't care about when they get old and they gotta have a steady income. They ain't caring about that. They gonna run this bitch till the wheels come off. That's what they doing right now. And that's how they trying to live for today. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But at the same time, the inheritance that's already there for them, they don't even fuck about it. See, they done told us all this bullshit talking about some Social Security. We paying for our elderly people Social Security. How you think they got your dumb ass to opt out of your own Social Security? To think that it ain't that you're not paying for your own. Your shit is already paid for. Our grandparents paid for our shit. Our parents pay for our kids' shit. We paying for our grandkids' shit. That's how Social Security works. It ain't the other way around. We not paying for our grandparents' Social Security or our parents' Social Security. Y'all need to know how this shit works. It's just like when you get a job. You don't get paid the first week you there. You get paid the second week you there. You see what I'm saying? You get paid every 2 weeks or every month. You got to work before you get the earnings. The same thing applies with Social Security. The people that came before us paid for our Social Security. That's an inheritance. You got all these dumbass niggas claiming to be Indians and Aboriginals and shit. You know, when they should be talking about, instead of reparations, they should be talking about pensions and annuities. Because that's what your inheritance is. That's generational wealth right there. They're not talking about that, though. See, they talking about being an Indian. They want to have a label put on them and shit. They talking about being black, Pan-African, and all. Man, our people are ignorant, foolish. And then they trying to push the spirituality shit on us now because religion is burnt out. Religion has gone its course. Now they trying to push spirituality and cosmology on your ass. You don't see that this is the same shit? This is the same shit. I watch people like Bro Sanchez, fucking all of these goofies around this bitch. Key Narfo. You know, all of these cats. Smoke Signal. This is the community that I was in. These are the people I ran into when I first came to YouTube a couple years ago. And I need to find a new fucking set of communities to go to. Because these people are retarded. And it seems like the people that's around them is just as retarded. They know so much about the law, so much about identity, but they ain't doing none of the shit that they talking about. They ain't done none of the paperwork they talking about they process. And then when it comes to find out, they done fucking lied to you about the paperwork, what it means. And started tribes and shit. Didn't tell you that they were LLCs and 501c3s and shit. They ain't gonna tell you that. See, they want you to opt in like a big ass pyramid scheme so they could be at the top of the pyramid talking down to your ass on the bottom, holding everybody up. That's how this shit happens. You don't need any of that bullshit. You don't need to be no fucking Indian. Then they tell you ain't no black in law. Bullshit. Everything is in law. The reason why there's so much information on Indians is because they doing the same thing the Jews did during the Holocaust. See? They became a protected people from events that they said occurred that nobody can prove that they didn't or did occur. What kind of shit is that? All these wars they talking about, the Indian wars. Man, if they had that many fucking wars and we've been at war for that long, wouldn't be no people on this bitch. See? But they're not going to tell you that. They're going to keep on pushing the rhetoric. The Indians, the land was this stole and that was stole. If somebody reserved something for you, that means they set an allotment aside for you, right? Now that allotment, if it's not yours to begin with, right, then how can you claim that they took it from you when the allotment time frame of usage is up? How can you claim that? So all you Indians out there talking about your land was stolen, that land was allotted to you in the first place. The reserves were allotted to you in the first place. There ain't no land. There ain't no land. These people go out here and plant artifacts and do all kind of shit to claim that they own this land and they was here before or whatever. Ain't no fucking land ownership. It's land occupying. That's what it is. Occupying the land. And it's first come, first served. If you go, why the fuck do you need 40 acres if you can't even work one of them? If you can't even work 1 acre, why the hell do you need 40 acres? And why does 40 acres and a mule seem so valuable and important to a people? I don't understand that. See? And this is the shit that they still pushing to us. That was brand new to me, and now it's old to me, and it's brand new to the next generation. That shit was brand new to my mom and her mom. Ain't nobody gonna give you no land if you can't even work the little piece of land you own. Go out and buy some shit and see what I'm talking about. Talking about some, they got hundreds of acres of land. They just sitting there, ain't nobody doing shit to it. It ain't even fucking registered to be utilized the way that people talk about some they gonna put a community on it. They don't know shit about using no equipment to go out there and clear the land. They don't even know what to do with the clearings once they cleared it off the land, the trees and shit, the animals. They don't know what to do with any of that shit. Motherfuckers just be talking and claiming shit, man, and they don't even know what the hell they talking and claiming. And that's the reason why ain't none of them got shit now. If you can't even maintain 1 acre of land, what the fuck you gonna do with the other 39? Or with the other 139? You don't know what the hell you gonna do with it. It's just gonna sit there and wait for your dumb ass to die so somebody else can come along and do the same thing you did with it. The land has to be developed. If you don't have the developing capability, let people that do take the land and build on it and do something with it. And that's what the ancestors did. That's what the old people did. They knew they weren't gonna be able to work all that land themselves, and that their kids was fucking lazy and they weren't gonna go out there and work the land. People weren't interested in that shit back then. They was interested in partying and going out and having nice things and shit. Not being on no fucking farm, pushing no damn plow, cutting down trees and milking cows. Ain't nobody doing that no more. Nobody want to do that no more. But they so quick to say, this shit's messed up. That's messed up. No, what's messed up is you, man. You're not realistic. You're not realistic. And it's time for us to stop fucking sitting back and letting these guys make these type of statements and decisions for us. We need to stand up and say, I'm tired of this shit. Y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of con men and charlatans, and y'all ain't doing shit for the community. You're only looking out for yourself. Half the motherfuckers I know on YouTube is tethers. Same shit that they talk about other people doing, they do themselves. It's a damn shame, man. We this far along in the history, and we can't even make a change. With all the knowledge and understanding and technology that we have, we can't make a change. We can't even tell the fucking truth to each other. Truth is, black people are fucked up, and they've been fucked up for a while, but it ain't too late to change. We need to stop listening to these niggas that's telling us that we need to get out there and go to war with some people that we don't even fucking know when they ain't even willing to get off their fucking couch and do it themselves. We ain't. We need to stop supporting these cocksuckers that's putting these videos out there that's triggering to black people and black youth, first of all, because they the ones that's the more triggered. They looking to us to be poised and stoic and shit, and we walking around this bitch like a bunch of dumbasses, trying to con each other out of little pennies and shit. Ain't nothing successful about what anything people are doing when they trying to con their own people to do it. It's a damn shame, man. Now we just blew up the internet and still blowing it up over Sonya Massey. And ain't none of the motherfuckers telling the truth. Ain't none of them telling the truth. Truth is out there. And I'm going to tell the truth. That lady had a mental problem, and she drew them people in to try and harm them, and she got harmed in the process. And I'm sorry to say that shit. I know this going to turn a lot of people off, but damn it, it's the truth. So her friends and family on the internet talking about how, she did this and did that. And we're going by the evidence, which is the videos. Watch them. Watch the videos. See what she did. Now, would a reasonable, prudent person do what she did and not expect any recourse in return? And here we is, right now today, not even a week ago, we got veterans and we got young black people going through shit right now, and ain't nobody saying nothing about it. But they be quick to jump on shit that's race related. They be quick to jump on shit that's race related. Well, I'm in total opposition to that shit. I'm not vouching for anything that's put on the internet until I have all the freaking evidence on my plate and I can pick it. I can pick through it. Other than that, you making videos about something, trying to get a black movement, I'm in total opposition of that shit. I'm in total opposition. I care too much about my people to let them to be tricked into going out there and getting themselves put in harm's way for some bullshit. For some bullshit. So I'm going to say my piece and I'm going to let it ride. I'm going to say my piece and I'm going to let the shit ride because it don't make sense. Here this young boy is, college football player, fighting for his life, and the hospital's just unplugged. For what? I don't fucking know. When you got people that be in comas for 12, 13 years, wake up, a total paraplegic, can't talk, can't do shit, but they live for 12 fucking years on a ventilator, on life support. See? Thank you, Obamacare. Thank you, Trump, for all them ventilators that you won't fucking let us use, that these motherfuckers won't let us use. It's a damn shame, man. It's a damn shame. And I understand if people want to report this. Report it. What the fuck? Report it. Y'all reporting it anyway. It's 100,000 fucking subscribers. Nigga, you worried about nigga with not even 400 subscribers. Reporting it anyway. Get nigga shit struck for nothing. Because you catch feelings behind them being in opposition to you, bro Sanchez. Swear, you niggas is pitiful, man. Y'all is pitiful. Talking about some y'all want the smoke. Y'all want a nigga to come up and say his piece, but y'all don't want that, man. Y'all just want to make fun of a motherfucker and talk shit and be able to have control on whether or not they speak or not. It's a shame that YouTube is a platform that allows stupid shit like that. Somebody need to create another YouTube, a better one, better than this shit. Because these cocksuckers over here, they don't even know what freedom of speech is. They want to control every fucking thing, everything you say, and then blame it on the algorithm when they know they got a fucking whole army out there of motherfuckers monitoring you. Even black people are doing the same thing. Let them put out a list of all the contact tracers. Half of them gonna be black, watch. Half of them gonna be black. They not gonna if they put a list out of all the people that's doing this contact tracing out here, and it's internet contact tracing, half of them, if not 75% of them, gonna be black because niggas will snitch on each other for money. They will snitch on each other for money. Then talk about snitches, how fucked up snitching is. Nigga, you a snitch, you an agent. Nigga, you a confidential informant. And they doing the same shit behind closed doors. Y'all some suckers. Y'all some straight up suckers, man. And if you black and you've been talking about snitching all your fucking life, talking about how snitches get fucked up, and you doing this shit behind closed doors, I hope your memory haunt your bitch ass. I hope your memory haunt your bitch ass. You never get a good night's sleep, ho. I hope that shit happens. Yeah, I'm wishing hate and discontent on niggas. You too, fuck off. You want to strike my shit anyway. That's what y'all always do. Strike a nigga for, you're saying hateful words. Bitch, what's a hateful word? Huh? I hate you? Yeah, you're saying words that are angry and not, polite. Life isn't polite. Especially when you're dealing with niggas that will hurt you for no fucking good reason. Life ain't polite. See? I say one thing about this Sonya Massey shit, and I get fucking niggas report me like I'm a terrorist or some shit. Sonya Massey, she's a wonderful lady. She ain't do that to nobody. And why are you talking like that about her? Shut up, cocksucker. Look at the video. See what that lady tried to do to that man. Tell me if you was in this position, you wouldn't do the same thing. Come on, man. Motherfuckers are scared to say it. That lady had mental problems. Mental problems. Who in their right mind would lift a hot ass pot above their head with boiling hot water on it and try to throw it on somebody? You can't be in your right mind doing that. Look at that video. I'm going to say it tonight too when I do my live tonight. Because see, this shit got to be pushed just like they pushed the lie. They pushed the lie all this fucking time, man. Talking about that lady was targeted. It was a demonic attack. She was a spiritual woman. All these cuckoos want to be preachers, want to be spiritualists, stepping forward, trying to speak up for this type of behavior. Nigga, if one of your kids throw hot water on you like that, nigga, you want to kill them. Come on, man. You don't call somebody up for some help, and then when they get there, you start acting all strange as shit, lure them into your apartment, and then try to preacher talk to them before you try to harm them? What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that? And see, they only cherry-picked that video from the dude's partner because they know they couldn't see what she was trying to do behind that counter. How you gonna let the pot go? It's on the counter. Get down on the ground, and then when you hear the motherfuckers get close to you, pop up, grab the pot again, and try to throw hot water on them, and don't expect to get shot. Nigga, come on, man. Right is right, bro. Right is right, man. That lady provoked them cops to do that shit to her. I don't know if she was doing it for, some type of publicity stunt, or she was just mental. I think she was just mentally insane and wanted to do death by a police officer. I've seen them do it. I've heard of them doing it. They got videos of these guys doing it. There was a veteran not too long ago, provoked the cops to kill his ass. And everybody talking about something. That was a vet. The cops shouldn't be fucking with the vets like that. Man, when these motherfuckers is mentally insane, either they gonna fuck with the cops or they gonna fuck you up too. I'm telling you, people are doing shit to each other, man. And then we getting a one-sided synopsis of it. And I don't care if niggas don't like me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if niggas don't like me. I don't do this shit for niggas. I do this shit for me. I do this shit. I make videos and content for me. If people like it, oh well, they like it. I appreciate you liking what I do. But I make content, I get on these bitches and rant like this for my well-being. You know why? Because I'm not gonna pay a fucking shrink to let me sit on the couch for no couple $100 an hour to tell them what I can tell y'all right now on this motherfucking platform. See? And this is mainly the shit that be bothering me, how my people are so gullible that they fall for shit like this. This is a damn shame, man. You niggas crazy. Strike all you want. Like, share, subscribe. This is Lloyd, Alpha Male. Peace, tricks.